Now, yeah, welcome back to class. We are indeed progressing. 6th of 2013. What's your question? This is now comprehension passage, section B. Now, read the following passage carefully and answer the question on it. Now, let's read the passage together so that you can know the direction or the subject matter or the matters arising in the passage so that it will be easier for us to answer the question that fall below. Now, Mr. Ogun, it was that wooed me for school. That was decade ago. I resisted vehemently. When you hear the word vehemently, it means that to show anger. To show anger. One of the dictionary says to show anger, very strong feeling, especially anger or first. Now I even ran away to hibernate with my maternal grandmother. Hibernate simply means to fall into a deep sleep. I had told Granny to take me away. The following morning, he dragged me all the way to school, where Mr. Ogun received all fresh students. I swore secretly that I would abscond me to run away, to escape at the first opportunity, but throughout the day, Mr. Ogun kept a watchful eyes on fresh pupils. He had a smiling face and looked very friendly. As soon as he had registered our names, he led us to the field to play. All of the children, I was probably the only one who looked forward to an opportunity to abscond, to run away, is what it means there. Mr. Ogun seemed to have read my mind. As if he's a psychologist. He used my name in the song he composed as we marched round the fields. He once held me by the hand and marched along with me. As we went on, he announced, "What a smart fellow, clap for him." Now the next paragraph. In the classroom, Mr. Ogun told me to sit in front as he stated. My smarty will keep the pieces of chalk and the duster. In the classroom, Mr. Ogun told me to sit in front as he stated. My smarty will keep the pieces of chalk and the duster. Gradually, I was mellowing in my planning to abscond. I began to think that I could give school a try. At the end of that day, my father was around to take me home. Perhaps he decided not to take chances. During the first week, my father took me to school every day. Somehow, my resistance was softening to his surprise. Every morning, as I produced the pieces of chalk from the cupboard, Mr. Ogun smiled broadly, nodding approvingly. Before we left the classroom for recess, for games or for homes, I dutifully kept the material safe, and as soon as we returned, I produced them. It took some time before I realized that my role was crucial, since the pilfering of such materials was common in all other classes. Pilfering, sleeping mean stealing. You'll be stealing them bit by bit, snitch of bit by one after the other. My father soon stopped bothering about me as I would get up from bed, take my baths, and get into my uniform without any pudding. That is, without any worry. I was excited and encouraged to go to school, not like before. My love for school was deepening, especially when I discovered that I was among the few that always did well in most tests, and Mr. Ogun would praise me to the skies. Oh, I love this. Towards the end of the school year, we learned that Mr. Ogun was going on transfer to another school. How devastated I felt! Exclamation mark. Surprise. Now, at last, was the time to abscond. Time to run away from school. But then I simply could not take the crucial step because my bond with school had become very firm, very strong. Now, without wasting more time, let's go to the business of the day. That is the question. Question 1 says, question A to be precise, what evidence is there in the passage that the writers express took place long ago? Now, the writer, that is this young pupil, stated, the writer asserted that the experience took place many decades ago. Many decades ago, many centuries ago, many years ago. Come to the passage. You can find this in the passage, right? That's why I say some comprehension aspects are normally found on the passage. You have to open your mind and make sure you understand the passage very well. Now, next question. Question 2. So mention 2 things that Mr. Ogun did that won the writer for school. 1. He praised the writer very well. Now we see that there. He praised the writer very well. You see that on the passage, right? Here we judge the writer. 2. Don't forget, we have to mention what to mention 2. He used his name to compose his song. He used his name to compose his song. The song that he sang. He used his name to compose the song so that he can get the interest of the writer. Now, next question number C. So, what was the benefit of the duty performed by the writer to his class? The duty performed. The piece of chalk and duster for his class were not stolen. He made sure that the piece of chalk and duster for his class were safe, in safe custody, not stolen. He take care of them very well to avoid pilfering of them. Now, next question number D. See, what? Hope you are getting something. Question number G says, what do you think the writer implies when he states that he dressed up for school without any building? Without any building. I believe I've told you the meaning of building, so with this you must be able to understand what we actually mean by it, what the writer actually mean by it. Building simply means encourage you to do something without any worry. So our best answer will be what? According to versatileness and inquisitiveness, that is the writer implied that he was becoming interested in school. We found out in the passage that his love for school has deepened. He was interested in school. He has developed love for school. You get that? That was what the message implies. That's what the message means. It implies that he was interested in school. Now, next question number E. So why could he not carry out his plan to abscond when his mentor had left? Why? He did not carry out his plan to abscond because he had become attached to school. He could not abscond. He could not abscond or run away because he has become very strong, for school, attached to school, very strong to school, has become very strong to school. Now next question. Question F, see, that my role was crucial, my role was important. That's what is the grammatical name given to this expression as it is used in the passage? My role was crucial. Now the direction of time is now. Noun clause. My role was crucial. Noun clause. Now what is its functions? The next question is the F1, F2. What is its functions? Its functions there is, it is the object of the verb that realize. It is the object of the verb realized. All these are found in the passage. And next question number G. Say dash my bond with school had become very firm. What figure of speech is used in this passage? My bond with school. Okay, you can see this is what direct comparison, which means it's a metaphor. That's metaphor for you. Direct comparison without using the word like or as. That's metaphor. That is the best answer as well. Question number G is metaphor. Now next question says, for each of the following words, question H, find another word or group of phrase which means the same and which can replace it as it is used in the following words. Find another word or phrase which means the same and which can replace it as it is used in the passage. See repetition, repetition as a result of typing error. And the next question says, vehemently. I repeat, vehemently. I believe I've told you the meaning of vehemently, so you should be able to answer this. So let me show you that. Let's answer it strongly. Fastly. We are using words synonyms. This is what we can write as synonyms. And if you read the combination of two words, you can write them as phrase. Fastly. Don't forget the word must end the way it ends. This will end with Lee. That's why this one I end with Lee as well. Past tense. Fastly. And we use another one. I'll leave it like that. Now let's go to the next question. You can provide 2 or 3. You are done. Most important because it's not the only question you are asking. Now, abscond. You all know the meaning as well. Abscond. Run away. Sneak away. Run away. Sneak away. I get it. You also use steal away. Now, next question. Is it probably? Probably. When it's come to probably, the synonyms are another word that can stand as it and be meaningful and perform the function performed in the passage. These are the word that we want to figure out now. You may use the word certainly. I get it. Certainly. If you use the word certainly, you are not completely correct. You must just the end way it ends in the adverb form. Now you may say, you may use another phrase, almost, or okay, almost certainly. Certainly, almost certainly means most likely as a phrase. Most likely, I will get it. Most likely. So this is another word or phrase that can perform the functions of probably in that passage. As simple as that. You may say, perhaps. I admit. We say maybe. Now that question, let's go to the next question. Question gradually. I believe the meaning of gradually. I repeat, gradually. You know the meaning now? So like this word now you may say slowly. Bit by bit, as I mentioned earlier. Bit by bit is a phrase. So slowly. I admit we have a lot of them. For the sake of time, you just have to fast. You see step by step, little by little. And next question, brooding. Brooding. See brooding. I believe you know the meaning. I told you I have a formula earlier when you are reading the passage. You say urging, encouraging. Say urging, encouraging. Are you getting it? Make sure you send the way word ends. You say prompting, persuasion, and the less. Now let's go to the next question. The last but not the least, devastated. I repeat, devastated. I believe you all know the meaning of devastated. Devastated means to be distressed, to be upset, not to be happy, to be worried, to be shattered. So with this journey so far, we have come to the end of this question, and I believe you are doing more 2 things that will add your performance in your forthcoming examination as regards comprehension. But when it comes to comprehension, what it demands is your understanding and your interpretation of word, which should not but society in your forthcoming examination. You are blessed.